What's going on, everybody? This is Rob with One Star Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Today is Monday. Happy President's Day. Today we're going to be reviewing the Yundoog defrosting tray. This is it right here. Here's the box that it came in. I picked this up for $19.99 or $19.89 on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. So I've never used one of these things before, and apparently it's like magic, right? Those of y'all get caught up, not being able to eat certain things for dinner because, hey, the previous night or the morning, you forgot to put the item out to defrost chicken, beef, steak, and salmon, or any kind of fish that needs to be defrosted. This thing claims it could defrost. It says in half the time, but I've heard, miracle stories of these things defrosting really quickly. So, box says every family needs a thaw master. Let's see what it is. All right, so package contains, we got the thawing board, we got 4 support silicone thingies for your feet here, and then we have a dishwashing brush, which is this right here. I didn't know what this thing was, but I guess it's hand wash recommended. You can't put it in the dishwasher, so you would do that. And then it comes with this little hanging rope in case you want to hang it on a hook or something like that. All right, so I've also heard some reviews about these feet, how they slip off, and you could see I'm barely touching this thing, and it's kind of slipping off a little bit. But I did the shake test earlier, and they don't come off immediately. Maybe they had them on upside down, but they don't attach very firmly. As you can see, I'm just kind of moving around. So anyway, this thing's kind of, I don't know what it's made out of, aluminum or whatever. Here's the instruction manual right here. Just says, defrost in half the time, no electricity, no batteries, no chemicals, no microwave. And then it says a hand wash is recommended. Do not use wire brushes or steel wool. That's why they give you this thing right here. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna do 2 tests. Put this back in the middle here. I'm gonna do a piece of steelhead that I freeze, and this thing is rock solid. To make sure this is rock solid. Usually these things take about, let's say, maybe 3 to 4 hours, to defrost. If I just leave it out the morning of, I'll just sit it on my countertop like in a tray, and usually about 3 or 4 hours this thing will defrost. Now, when I have something like chicken or ground beef or something like that, it might take a little bit longer. So those are probably, 5-6 hours maybe or something like that. But let's see. I'm gonna put this thing on this tray, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna set the timer, and I'm gonna come back in, let's just say 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a decent amount of time. If I go, oops, I forgot to put my steelhead salmon out. Let's see if it'll defrost, in 30 minutes. So I'm gonna set the timer. Right now it is, let me go here. And I'll set a timer for 30 minutes. Right here. You can see it is 12:58 here. All right, and I'll come back in 30 minutes and we'll see what we got. All right, guys, we're back in. 30 minutes has already passed. What I did was, if you notice, the steelhead's turned upside down. The reason I turned it upside down is because as it was before, it was only these 2 spots right here were touching, and it was almost like a arch of a foot, right? So it's kind of looking like this. So I turned it over just to cheat a little bit, but I haven't touched it since then. In 15 minutes, I flipped it over, and let's see how it is right now. 30 minutes in, it's still pretty frozen up top here. You can't hear it, but it's definitely frozen through right here. Down here, definitely loose and probably ready down here, but up here it is not. Let me flip it over. That's still rock solid right there. Okay, so 30 minutes, not enough time. I'm going to flip it back over again on this side because this is where the bulk of the meat is. Now, I don't know if you have to do this. All the pictures on here show the meat, like the raw meat, directly on the thing. I'm not doing that. If I have to rip off all the saran wrap, the plastic wrap from all of my meats, if I have something like this, sorry, if I have something like this, that's already pre-packed and it's frozen solid, if I have to rip it out of this thing and put the raw meat on there to do it, then that's not gonna be worth it for me, right? So this is what I was gonna thaw out next, but I'm gonna give this another 30 minutes. I'm gonna give it another 30 minutes, see if it works. If it doesn't defrost in like an hour, then like it's almost diminishing using this. Now, of course, an hour would be better than 3 hours, but let's just see what happens. Again, I think I got it on. I mean, it's pretty flat now, so the meat is actually touching, most of the meat's touching the tray. So let's set another timer for 30 minutes, and I'll be back, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, peoples, we're back in, 30 minutes in again, so that's a total of an hour of defrosting on this tray. All right, let's check it out. Again, this is ready to go down here. The top side is still not ready. Definitely still, not ice, not frozen solid, but definitely still too hard. Let's flip it over. Yep, still not ready. So let's reset the timer again for 30 more minutes and see what happens. All right, guys, so we're 1.5 hours in. Check it out. I think we are set. Everything looks good, minimal sweating, and everything is good to go. So 1.5 hours versus 3 to 4 hours. It definitely did what the box says. I think the box says it. Definitely did what the box said, defrost in half the time. I've seen videos of, 15 minutes, 20 minutes thawing out completely frozen pieces of meat. That's not the case here. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. If there's a better board that you think, or I'm doing something wrong other than putting complete raw meat on this thing, let me know. And but otherwise, this thing does as advertised. Thank you for watching. This is Rob with 1 Star Reviews. Stay safe. God bless you. Do yourself a favor. Love your neighbor. And I'll see you next time.